The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 864. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorgat, Sorgatron on this. Let's rewind that and try it again. Sorgatron Media in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am back in the studio. I have not been here for 2 weeks. Something's yelling somewhere in the studio. There we go. We have first with us from somewhere in upstate New York, Mad Mike.
Just say Titans Tower.
What?
Just say Titans Tower.
Titans Tower? Titans Tower,
Yeah.
Not Titan
There we
Tower.
go.
Titans
No, not Titan
Tower.
Tower. Titans Tower.
Titans, if we can pop my peas a little bit more on this microphone. Sir, how you doing?
There were no P's in Titans Tower. I don't know how you're popping your P's in
I'm
Titans
topping my
Tower.
teas. I'm topping my
But
teas.
Sorg,
Yes.
we just finished, and that we'll get to our guest in a second, but we just finished NXT, and I have one thing to say, and I apologize. This is going to blow out everyone's eardrums.
Oh, let me turn down.
Sorg, are you ready for it?
Okay.
Are you ready for it? Do you know what's coming?
I'm not entirely sure.
Shaz's gonna take over. He did it.
I'm so thankful that got garbled at the end. Thank you, Zoom, for that.
Yeah.
He did do
Shaz's
it.
gonna take over, right?
Seth Rollins is coming back to
Seth-
NXT, baby.
Franklin Rollins is coming back, baby.
I love it. I love it. We'll talk more about that. I want to talk about the NXT Exchange Program. I want to talk about a lot of stuff. I don't even know if I want to get to all the things that are on top of my head right now in wrestling, because I kind of slammed.
And we also have a pretty big to-do going on this weekend. which is going to be quite interesting.
What's going? Wait, what's happening? Oh yeah,
Collision.
Oh, there's that thing. I'm sorry.
Collision.
Nothing is happening in time because of my schedule, so I've kind of wiped it from my head.
Young Squire Philip Brooks is returning to the
Young
airwaves.
Squire Chipmunk Brooks himself. All right. Anyways, also with us, returning to the show. I think I need to do it this way with the hand up. Emily D is with us. There you go.
Emily DelVecchio.
Emily DelVecchio is with us. We're getting used to the new name, okay? This new name that you've hidden from us. It was not on your W-2 for Sidekick Media Services. I don't know. So that's between you and the IRS, okay? But
there is no IRS. So.
There is no IRS. We're making hand motions. We're making very soprano hand motions right now. Emily, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Welcome back to the show. Oh, look, you have a Gambino Brothers shirt. They give one.
Oh, I love it.
There you go. There you go.
Shit.
They give
if I had known, I would have grabbed my woolen hat.
That's right.
Of the Gambino
I wish I
Brothers.
could find my hat. Yeah.
I think mine's in my old car. I need to get that before I sell it.
Yes. New car comes with a Gambino Brothers hat. Do you know who this
Hell
is
yeah.
if you bought a hat in upstate New York? Probably not, but that's okay.
Does that add to the value of the car?
It might subtract from it. I'm not sure.
It kind of depends on how they're doing right at the moment, right?
Yeah.
So I think that stock's up right now, though.
It depends on how highly upon they're looked in the greater New York, New Jersey area.
Yes. It depends on their current
true.
relationship with the families, right? So
True.
I would love Tony D and the Gambinos just interacting and having a nice bowl of pasta together, or like an antipasto or something.
well, they already
That'd just be
have
great.
they already have the Irish wise guys creeping in on their turf. But anyways,
Oh, yeah.
all right, we're gonna talk. We'll have plenty more unsolicited references here later in the show as we talk with Emily about why I don't have a videographer at RWA anymore. And everything else that's going on. Literally, I haven't edited that show yet. I haven't even looked at the footage yet, and I'm afraid to from the things that I've being told happened on Saturday in West Newton. So
Yeah.
it's going to be one of those things. And like next Monday, I'm going to start editing the footage for that and the other show that happened. And you're just going to see some tweet storm of like, what you did what now? So
Yeah, I can only imagine what's all going to be said online after you see that footage.
yeah. Wait for the Sorg review. All right, this is
Yeah.
not the show notes. These are my notes for video production. See, I'm confused with you being here. Anyways, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can check out our email. You can hit us up at our email address.
Good times.
Good dimes at Wrestling Mayhem
Good
Show.
times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Oh shit. As well.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be a blast. I'm back in the studio after 2 weeks, so I got a lot of freaking energy.
Sorg, is the name of this episode just going to be Italian hand gestures?
Italian hand job.
Oh.
Italian hand gestures, Sorg. I should have had some pasta today. Hey.
I'm writing this down now before I forget it. Anyways, you can check us out. We're here every Tuesday live and crying after the overrun for NXT about 10 p.m. Eastern time. And on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook, on the YouTube, and we're also streaming on the Sorgatron Media Twitch and the IndieWrestling.us Twitch, YouTube, and over at IndieWrestling.network. Jeez, okay. What the hell is next?
Just gonna take over, right?
Italian hand jobs.
I said hand gestures, but
Yes,
okay.
but the other thing's funnier.
Sure.
I probably can't use that.
You know the difference between an Italian hand job and a regular one?
What is it?
You use a spoon to twirl.
Fuck.
Boom!
Oh no.
I'm Italian. I can make that joke.
Yes. Thank you for rolling that in. Oh shit! And you know.
And by the way, everyone who's picturing it now, you're welcome.
I can't even right now. Anyways, you can talk with us if you want to
And
after this.
Q Tina's saying thank you for headphones.
At Mayhem Show on the Twitter. We have a Facebook group, a lot of discussion there. Shit. We have a Discord you can link, and we do have a Reddit if you're into that kind of thing.
And
I guess maybe not. I don't know. I don't think anybody likes Reddit anymore after this week. So, why am I posting there?
Sorg, what else do we have?
Which one?
We have a Mastodon server.
We do have a Mastodon.
Where it's
server.
always Vader time.
There you go. At Mayhem Show at sorgatronmedia.social.
Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Where it's always Vader time.
Oh no. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get to the chat room. What the hell is going on?
I'm
here?
in the chat room.
Like, no.
Yes.
No earbuds, but Junior walked in as you made the joke.
Kids
yes,
gotta learn
right.
somehow.
Wrestling Mayhem Show, corrupting the youth since 2006. Most of them have graduated school by now.
And some of them are back on the show.
Yeah, some of them are back on the show. And
you know what's really gonna be funny, Sorg?
And we're sending their and we're sending their spouses to therapy after Christmas.
Sorg, it's gonna be really funny in I'll say conservatively 8 years when you and I are doing the show and we're still talking about Seth freaking Rollins and Junior is the co-host on the show.
Oh, it might be happening. Yeah, no, I can believe that. I can believe that. You know, like I know, like at the end of like movies and in video games, there's always like the project babies. Like, could you imagine the Mayhem babies? Anyways, that's enough of that. Hey, we got Patreon. If you want to support this damn mess, and we hope you do, because we're trying to get some people to help us out. Actually, Brandon stepped in to help with the clips, starting to learn with that. If anybody else is interested in that for this or the Awesome Cast, please hit me up at Sorgatron on Twitter, is goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com, and love to have the conversation with you. But in the meantime, our friends at the Patreon level, Patreon levels are supporting us and getting some. We were upgrading the Patreon. It's getting a little spiffier. You're getting things delivered to you right in your inbox in different ways, and that you can even just download the Patreon app. I know I've been doing that. I've been listening to some of the podcasts that I like and support through the app itself, and that's been a really cool experience.
Actually really good.
It's actually very, very good. I was worried it wouldn't be up to snuff to a podcast app or YouTube or something, but it's been really cool and integrates the stuff really well. So we're going to be starting to work around. We're already starting to work around that and giving you a little bit more stuff through that. And a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy that stuff a little easier. Check the Twitter, Sorgan Man Michael. What's happening? What's happening over there?
Podner put in from Bing image creation for Italian hand gestures.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
and I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about AI for a while.
Oh no, how many fingers? Oh no.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Our friends of the Patreon, thank you to our supporters at the fan of the show level. Bo Diggity!
Whoa!
That's what I said. Perk Team Amethyst and Puppy Up.
You couldn't see it. I was doing the gestures.
No, but I heard it.
Whoa!
Our friends at the Poppy Club level, Dave, Prof. Bob Podner's spouse of Roost Jewelry Affair at roostjewelryaffair.com, Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid, and at the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz, and at the manager level, Bradley. You guys support the show too at patreon.com.
The butt of WMS.
Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Of course, we're going into this show, and NXT is the lead-in of sorts for the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and I had to watch because I knew Thea Hale was she's leading her championship match, and she's not a friend of the show, but we do show a commercial that has her like every.
She's
week.
friend adjacent.
She's friend adjacent. I think I might have said hi to her once when she was still in training. But anyways. She's doing fine, and so I'm trying to pay a little more attention. I love the NXT Exchange Program. I called it earlier before the show.
Oh my god! All right, so sorry, Sorg. I mean, I was worried about how many people were called up from NXT in the draft. NXT has gotten almost all of the people that desperately needed a refresh.
Oh yeah.
Like desperately need a refresh, and it's working wonders so far.
You got Dana Brooke, and she was getting featured tonight.
Love me some Dan Brooke, very underrated.
Mustafa Ali, and I like this thing that like there are even references like he had a match on SmackDown. He's a free agent. He's floating around, and
also Mello and Trick were on SmackDown.
Mello and Trick were on SmackDown because they're putting over the idea that the Money in Bank can go anywhere because they've done that before.
No, well, not even just that. They were there to watch Corbin's qualifier match.
Oh.
So they're furthering the Corbin stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that. Okay, because I missed I missed like a week or so of NXT with the traveling. So
Yeah.
because NXT is not a catch up show for me. So it's kind of a we'll get it next. We'll pick it up, right? But you know, versus like AEW shows, I catch up. I'm catching up on Ring of Honor now. I'm like 4 episodes behind on Ring of Honor, and I started watching today. My God, my Ring of Honor is fucking good. So, I probably enjoy Ring of Honor at this point, and I just watched I'm halfway through the one where Zack Sabre Jr. shows up, has a match with AR Fox. Samoa Joe comes out, and now they're setting up a tag team match like that. I'm in. I'm fucking in. Lady Frost had a match with Miranda Elise, I think her name is. That was fucking great.
Awesome.
I think this is the episode after the Pittsburgh episode, if I'm not mistaken. We're back in the studio
makes
for
sense.
this. So, right, the vibes are cool. Like it feels like it's cool. I like it. I really dig it. Nigel's on there being heel Nigel again. You know, and just running down Caprice and Ian. This is the sub level, like, you know. It's got a little bit of what I loved about Ring of Honor, a little bit about what I like about NXT. But back to it. Baron Corbin has upgraded to no shirt status again.
Yeah.
It's been like 10 years since we've seen that tummy.
Yeah, I'm happy for Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin is a really, really good heel.
Oh, yeah.
And NXT is short, really like good main event level heels right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you can
They've got a lot of great mid card heels.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of great main event heels. And Corbin fits that role so well.
Tina has a question. Tina in Seattle, you're on the air. When has a main title holder ever appeared on NXT, not IC, Cruiserweight, or IS, like a main title, and defended it?
I'm trying to think about that.
I defended it. I don't think so.
No, defended it, definitely not.
Yeah.
I would imagine that there has been a former main champion that's been on the show. Actually, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of maybe when the Survivor Series with all 3 brands happening.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe then at least one of the women's champions might have shown up on NXT.
Sure.
But as far as anything as significant as Rollins just showing up and saying, "Yeah, I'll fight you, bro," and Charles got takeover. Yeah, like that hasn't happened. But
right.
yeah, but no, that's awesome.
I love it. Emily, I heard you respond. Are you watching NXT on any kind of regularity, or at least keeping up with it?
No, I was just gonna say I'm agreeing with you. Like I haven't kept up with NXT, more so AEW and Ring of Honor. I've been keeping up with, but I have not been keeping up with NXT hardly at all.
So we can
I did catch the episode with Thea though, and that was a really great episode. But other than that, I have not been regularly catching up with it because I'm so busy.
And that's, I mean, they drop so many new people in there so often. Like, it's kind of okay. You know, it is really kind of a nice fly-by-night show, you know, where you can just be like, oh, I got some time on Tuesday to tune in, you know, and catch a second half of this or something. Like, it really is, like, really good. Honestly, like, Raw and SmackDown are kind of the same way. But you know, we just force ourselves to watch it around here. But still, like, I think that's really good for it. So you got that going on. Ali is involved. So we're going to this Gold Rush event. I think starting next week. It's going to be a 2-week event, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Next week is Seth versus Braun, and then the week after that is going to be I missed who won the main event tonight. I think it was Corbin, right? So it's Corbin versus Carmella.
Yeah, the main was Corbin and
yeah.
I'm
looking at the list of WWE and World Champions. I'm like, who could have realistically shown up on NXT? I'm trying to think. The last one might have been, well, no, because that was during COVID. So I don't know. That's a tough call. That's a really tough call. I don't know if that's ever happened. I thought it would have, but I can't think of anything offhand.
So from that, like, while we're talking about championships, we revealed the last couple weeks, between Friday and Monday, the new women's championship. So we're like, why did they have the Raw on this and the SmackDown on the other show and everything? Now we know they were just going to be changed anyway. So they
fixed the problem.
They fixed the problem. They weren't. There's a reason they were sitting on it, and now we know why. We don't know why it took so long.
At least we don't have a stupid belt exchange.
No, we don't.
I'm good with that.
What are our feelings on there being a WWE and a World Women's Championship?
I mean, it's the same naming convention in line with the men's championships, so that's nice.
It kind of raises it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Like it kind of makes an equality. We didn't have the men's WWE SmackDown Championship.
Yeah.
Right,
and they also look the same too. The only difference is the women's belts have white straps.
Right.
So I mean, that's good.
And I'm sure there's some kind of details in the world belt that we're not privy to. I
don't think so. I think they're the exact same design, and I think they're like that on purpose.
Think we'll get a tag championship refresh here soon?
So you didn't catch SmackDown then?
Oh, I did catch SmackDown. So are we talking about the women's?
The women's tag titles.
Yep.
There's going to be a unification, and then it looks like it's going to go back to being defended across all three.
I had it on, and we're watching that segment last night, and Missy's like, "Why are they doing this?" And I was like, "Because we decided NXT doesn't deserve their own tag team championship, apparently." You asked the question, so.
Well, no, but to be fair, when they came up with the women's tag titles, it was supposed to be defended across all three brands initially.
Okay, and then they added the NXT.
The women's roster in NXT became so strong that their tag titles were kind of like instead of giving them a secondary championship, they gave them tag titles.
And now that kind of fell off with just the current state of things. Like not as a detriment. The women. I mean, the women's roster in developmental is currently in development. Therefore, it is not as strong. Not that there's a problem.
Yeah, because there have been a lot of call-ups and all that
call-ups
and plus, this means you can have Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler show up on NXT, and that is automatically going to help ratings theoretically.
Right.
So. And plus, who knows, if an NXT is the one to knock them off, that would be huge. That would be massive. I don't know if there are any NXT women's tag teams currently that are at that level. I don't think so. But, it will be interesting at least.
Yeah. I feel like, and unfortunately, you feel like Ronda and Shayna are just going to steamroll these girls. So I'm kind of concerned about that. It would be really nice if they ended up with the belts.
It'd be really nice if Ronda just left TV. But...
There's also that. There's also the yes, okay. Also, did you notice that Shayna does a lot of the talking now?
Oh, thank fucking Christ.
So that solved part of your problem there, Mike. So
yeah, it solved a lot of it because Shayna's actually, the good version of Ronda Rousey.
The good version of Ronda Rousey. There was some stuff that came up of Shayna in Japan. That was pretty wild. I think it was her and Io maybe. There's a lot of Io stuff that's been in my feed, like old Io Japanese stuff. The Io versus Pentagon from Lucha Underground popped up.
I love that.
Isn't
match.
that? I forgot how
fantastic
that match was. Emily, do you know about this match?
I do not know.
So this
It was a whole episode of Lucha Underground.
Yes.
It was Pentagon Dark versus the Black Lotus Tribe. And hold on. Sword, you talk. I'm going to get the name of the Black Lotus Tribe. So I don't fuck
Yes. Io Shirai was one of them. And I think was another one, Kairi Sane, maybe?
I believe Kairi Sane, yes.
And the third one...
the third one, I always forget her name.
Is it somebody in AEW, perhaps?
No, Mayu Iwatani.
Wait, is that the one that's coming? I think that's the one that's coming to. How do I spell that?
I'm gonna look it up.
I feel like that's the one that might be coming to Enjoy here in a couple weeks. No, this weekend that I'm freaking missing. I'm gonna look that up. Please, everybody.
Oh, she's Mayu, I believe. Now I'm gonna double check myself on this. Pretty sure she was the one that beat Mercedes Moné.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
and I'm mistaken. Mayu Yamashita is the one coming this weekend.
Yeah,
so-
Mayu Iwatani is the one that beat Mercedes Moné, so she's the current IWGP Women's Champion.
Oh, okay. All right. I need to catch up on that. I need to get on some New Japan World. So,
Thank you, Tina. Tina just confirmed what I said.
there you go. There you go. Oh God, Tina got some big news up there. I think the July date, the late July date for Defy confirmed Moxley's returning to Defy.
Oh
Wrestling.
boy.
Oh my God. And you remember last time Moxley was there,
I sure
the
do.
blood fest that I got to film with him and Tom Lawler. Oh my God. I don't think he's been there since. Jeez. Just oh my God. I want to go back to Seattle so bad. Guys, I want to go back so bad. Somebody send me a plane ticket. I want to go back. Anyways, so we touched base on that. Oh, there's Lady Frost doing a backflip off a rock in probably Hawaii. Oh my God, that looks dangerous.
Yeah, no, they're in Hawaii, and that
Holy
that looks
fuck.
terrifying, and that's
Oh my God.
Hawaii. I would
know
never
she's
do that
like
shit in a
a
million years.
professional gymnast and shit, but that looked dangerous as shit. Holy hell. Also, it looks like she's not wearing any pants because of the compression.
She's wearing a bikini.
I know she is, but just
Yeah.
it's the Twitter compression it's the Twitter compression, guys. Anyways,
Sure it is, Sorg.
yeah.
Hashtag Italian hand jobs. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Hashtag Italian hand job.
I'm kind of okay. We don't have a clipper right now. Okay. Jeez.
I don't know. Podner's in the chat room. He might be doing some freelance.
You might do some freelance. He might be. He might be. Fuck. I'm just looking at Twitter and just going nuts right now. There was a point to something that was going on. So
Was it about Twitter or no?
We do have Collision this weekend.
Yes.
For whatever you think about
Collision man Phillip Brooks.
Collision man Phillip Brooks with FTR against, but that match? Did you see what the main event is? So it's the three of them against I want to
Samoa Joe.
it's Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Okay, so you say holy shit.
Well, I watched New Japan, and Jay White and Juice Robinson are fucking killer.
No,
and
no,
and
Hold
Jay's on the way up at AEW.
Hold on. Let me get my piece out, Sorg.
I know. I'm laying the groundwork.
And I'm saying, if they want this match to actually make sense with their current television programming, what you should be doing is having Jay White and Juice Robinson teaming with the Guns against FTR, CM Punk, and Ricky Starks. And then you can have Samoa Joe attack CM Punk.
Okay, but
And actually have something organic happening instead of just putting CM Punk and Samoa Joe on a promo graphic for no fucking reason.
Other than that's a match I want to fucking see, Mike.
And you don't want to see the one I said?
Wait, the Guns in the six-man
What one did
match?
you say?
Yeah. Did you watch Dynamite?
I do, and I
The
don't want to
Bang
see
Bang
the
Club.
Guns in this match. That
Why
turns
not?
it into a whatever storyline, whatever match, which I'm sure they're going to interject themselves because of ongoing feuds. But I'm sorry,
If
like
they're allowed on Collision, they might not be allowed on Collision. Who
if they're
knows?
allowed on. I don't. Yeah, I don't know about who's allowed where or whatever. I don't care. I care about the product that's being put out. And there's a graphic that tells me that fucking Jay White and Juice Robinson and Samoa Joe are on a team together.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I got my WrestleFan boner on.
Okay. I don't.
Emily, how's your WrestleFan boner with this graphic?
I mean, yeah, I want to see this match too.
There you
so
go.
I can't say mine isn't.
You can tell we've been working together for a while.
For a while, yes.
For a while, yes. And you've been working with the Gambinos for far too long already.
Far too long.
So, anyways, so no, I'm excited to see what this is. If you're telling me I'm replacing my 2 hours of dark and elevation watching with this show, I'm down with it. So we'll see.
Have they announced who the announce team is?
Have they announced
I
the
don't
announce team?
think.
No, it's a surprise. You're going to show up and be like, fuck Jim Ross, and then we'll move on from there.
I was literally about to say, Jim Ross better not be anywhere fucking near this shit.
You know what? You know what I want? Give me Nigel McGuinness, and Tony Schiavone, and if we gotta go 3-man booth because we're AEW, give me Oh no, you know what? Let me back that off. Let me back that off a little bit.
Sorg, hold on. You think I got this?
Okay.
If you have to have a 3-man booth,
Mhm.
which I don't encourage, but if
Mhm.
you have to have one, Mauro Ranallo,
Oh my God, please.
Leva Bates,
Mm.
and Randall Joseph City.
All right.
That's your 3-man
okay,
booth.
so you're RJ City, Leva Bates, and what was their first one?
Mauro.
I will give you
Mauro
Morrow.
Ranallo.
I all respect to Leva Bates. I would give it to Veda Scott, who, by the way, did have a weird cryptic tweet about a big opportunity today.
Sorry, I have COVID.
Oh, is that
That's
who-
who I meant?
Okay.
I meant Veda. I absolutely meant Veda.
She
because
did have a cryptic
she used
tweet
to-
about a
She used to do dark elevation commentary.
Right,
And I don't
and-
know why
and
they,
she-
yeah, I meant
she-
Veda Scott. Excuse me.
and
I meant Veda.
she has been, even from when she did that, she is light years beyond that. I've seen
Yeah.
her.
If they made Collision like our Mastodon, where it's always Veda time, then I'd be
Mhm.
good with that.
There you go. So we get Mauro Ranallo, Veda Scott, and RJ
And RJ
City.
City.
I don't know if
Yeah.
RJ has commentary experience.
RJ has everything experience.
That is, I mean, yeah, that is true. He just has general everything experience.
RJ
by
has
the way,
RJ has done commentary for episodes of the fucking Golden Girls. I think he'd be okay.
it's basically the same thing as Collision, right?
Yeah,
I mean, at
exactly.
this point.
CM Punk looks more and more like David Lasher every week.
I don't even know how to note this.
I don't even think I'm saying the right person. I think I'm confusing people.
He's got to look it up.
Yeah,
Just-
I am looking it up right now because I'm. Okay, no, I'm definitely confusing it. That's the dude from Hey Dude. I'm sorry. I've worked.
But also
23.5
accurate,
hours, so-
also fitting, right?
Also
I
accurate. Sorry.
Also, I mean,
I have
you
worked
got that
23.5
Nickelodeon
hours
connection
this
since
week.
he was on
My
there.
mind is a bag of cats right
Yes,
now.
bag of cats. Yes.
It's a bag of cats.
Yes. Mike had a little bit too much fun and got the vid, so he's
Got
on
the
the
COVID.
back end of it. So
Well, yeah, and plus
he got
like I
COVID.
said,
He got
I've
COVID
worked-
all up his back end.
I've
And
worked 23.5 hours on Monday and Tuesday.
oh boy, oh
Oh.
boy.
Yeah. So
So you hit a
Again.
wormhole and made that happen.
Mhm,
Uh-huh.
I did finish The Flash though, and I watched it at 1.5 times speed, which I think feels accurate.
That makes the Flash just feel regular speed.
It was nice.
It was nice. All right. You know what's also nice? Wrestling on the independents. IndieWrestling.us, IndieWrestling.network. A lot of great stuff going on there. We have, within the next several weeks, whenever I get time to edit it, we will have RWA and Rise Wrestling on there. We do have Catch Up with Prospect Pro Wrestling because that will be going down this Friday in Worthington. I almost said 3 other towns. And so much more going on over there. The whole back catalog and everything. If you're on the YouTube as well, you can get a lot of the back catalog, and you get to ring that bell so you know when we're live for this show, as well as other things like Thursday Night Fights, which is free on all of our platforms, including the network, as well as next Friday's. I don't know what it's called now. I know something's happening at 880 Wrestling, and I think Beastman is taking on Brohemoth. So good luck there. So I think I still need to officially book some videographers, and I don't know after that announcement if they're. I saw Riz just tweet it.
So just get AI to do it.
Get AI to do it. That's what I need. Okay.
AI videographer.
Riz just responded, "I'm in danger," when that came up. So actually, Riz, if you're available, you might be my videographer. Emily, you should come down if you're, not attached. We'll talk about that. So. But no, check it out, IndieWrestling.us, and then you can also find out the evolution of Emily D throughout that as well. Emily, thank you for coming on with us. You've had a bit of a life change in West Newton, from the sounds of things. And unfortunately, due to my own schedule, I have not been able to see the footage from this Saturday. As we talk about, I'm sure live tweeting that Monday and Tuesday when I finally get to those. But what the hell happened? Why can't you hold a camera anymore? What's going on?
So,
I need to have
did
a
you see
chat
the
with
footage
Marshall.
from last month?
I
though?
saw the footage from last month, and
Okay.
and those dastardly brotherhood I have an issue with as well.
Yeah, they pissed me off
Yes.
a little bit.
So what happened? For those that don't know, those that aren't in Pittsburgh, those that don't subscribe to the IndieWrestling.network, first of all, shame on you. What the hell happened?
So last month, the Brotherhood got in the ring after the Gambinos retained their titles and pretty much demanded a title shot
Mhm.
because they were screwed over in the Rumble. Well, it wasn't a
It
Rumble.
was a scramble,
It was
I
a
believe. It was a
scramble.
four-way, maybe.
Yeah, sorry, scramble. They were screwed over in the scramble match from the month before. And they felt that they were worthy of a title shot because they had won their match last month, earlier in the night before the Gambinos had their match. So they felt they were worthy of a title shot. And Marshall told them that they needed to go back to the back and speak to the powers that be in order to get their shot, but until then, to get the hell out of their ring. And the Gambinos turned their back, and the Brotherhood lowballed them and started literally beating the shit out of them. And I had enough. And after the bell was ringing repeatedly, no referees were coming in to save the day. So I put my camera down, threw my headset off, and got in the ring. And got Julian J off of Marshall, told him to get the hell off of him, and he threw me into the corner turnbuckle. And from there, I this month then debuted as their valet for the Gambino family, Gambino Brothers. So that's what transpired over the course of 2 months.
Jeez. So you went from behind the camera to ringside for this.
Yes.
So and you were the secret Gambino, the secret cousin, is what I've been told.
Yes, that's correct. Secret cousin.
So, how did we? We know you've been involved. We talked about last time you were on the show. We were talking about you getting involved with some wrestling training and everything as well. So
Yes.
that's kind of coincided with this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it has. Actually, so when I was approached with this opportunity by Marshall and Mick last year, it was last August, I believe, they approached me about it. And I mean, I'll just tell you the whole story because nobody really knows. So last August, I was approached about it during the show, and I honestly thought they were kidding. So I laughed it off and just went back in. I believe it was at an intermission of the show. Just laughed it off, went back in, filmed the show, and came back out. And Marshall looked at me and said, "So what do you think?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "What do you think about being our valet?" And from there, I've been like training and everything since last September and until my debut up until June. So I didn't really keep it, like I kept it under wraps. I didn't really tell a whole lot of people. So that's why it was a big shock to everybody when I walked out from that curtain on Saturday, which I'm still trying to get off of that high because that was crazy, the reaction I got. So
especially a place like West Newton. I mean, they
the
know,
fans are
they've seen
crazy
you
there.
for well over a year ringside. So
yeah, they knew me as the camera girl. They knew me as the ringside camera videographer. So when I walked out from that camera, I mean, the place erupted. So I mean, pretty similar to how it did last month when I got in the ring, but I mean, it was bigger this month. It was a bigger deal because I walked out from the curtain after Paul Atlas. So they were shocked, and I'll tell you, I'm still trying to process that whole feeling. I feel like I'm still on cloud 9 trying to process it.
You mentioned those names. The Gambinos are the Marshall has been involved with training with a few names we may know from TV, and I mean, even they were some of the first interviews we even had on this show. Back in, I don't know, a couple of decades ago at this point. And then Paul Atlas definitely supersedes this show and his accomplishments. You know, we've talked about his days with the NWA championships and things like that. So being this new and coming out with that much, I mean, what are we talking about? Like 60 years of experience plus? I'm probably being modest in that guess. You know, you got a lot of experience around you as you're coming into this.
I mean, and Sorg, I've only been in this business for 5 years. This is crazy to me. It seriously is. It's an incredible feeling to have Marshall, Mick, Paul immediately right there. That's like you said, it's decades of experience right there alone. And the fact that they chose me for this role is insane. I've only been in the business for 5 years total. It's crazy. But I'm loving it. It's been a crazy ride so far.
Well, so. Mike and I, of course, have known the Gambinos all the way, for that period. We've had many times on the show. So, Mike, I think we have some very specific questions for Emily here, right? For instance, but Mike, you can go first.
Have you heard any lore of the whereabouts of Dr. Gambino?
No, I have not.
No, it's a shame. That's a shame. I was afraid of that.
We've been looking for him too, so you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you been told story and lore of, or have stumbled upon Jimmy DeMarco?
Yes.
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 Yes. That's
steer
all
clear.
she's saying. Steer clear.
Just steer clear.
All I'm saying.
Steer clear. Honestly.
Also.
Yes.
Also, make sure that man never gets behind you.
Yeah. That's just it doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter who you are. Trust me.
Just you know, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're on a live stream on the internet for an anniversary of a podcast inside a restaurant. Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter. Not that I'm referring to anything specific, but you know.
No. Have you been asked to move anything yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. That must
not
be.
yet.
All right. That must be the next level up. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Mike, you got anything else here?
Have you you've encountered Jimmy DeMarco. Eventually, you'll encounter Chess Flexor. Have you had all your shots?
Yes.
I'm also talking like rabies.
Yes, I am all up to date on my shots.
Okay, just making sure because tetanus, because you never know with
Kennel
that guy.
cough.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, all right. I mean, Chess is also a 2BW, so I mean, we all have gotten the
exactly.
I mean,
I'm just making sure. I'm looking out for the safety and well-being as much as I can.
You're talking somebody who literally did have to do a battery of shots in order to hang out with him in Thailand. So
what?
Yeah, no, that's literally Well, one, if you're going to go to Thailand, go get your fucking shots, okay? And And then I found myself in certain situations where I'm like, I'm glad I got my fucking shots. But that again, that's just Thailand. And then you add the chest flexor factor to it. So yeah. Also, side note, I've been doing my treadmill has the workouts and things, and they like to go to exotic places, and I found myself accidentally on a Thailand series, and I'm like, I don't remember this fucking Thailand. So anyways, let's see, anything else there, Mike?
I think I'm okay.
You think we've covered it? Okay.
I think so.
Emily, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
If things get weird, just tug on your ear, okay, and we'll get you some help, okay? Because you never know with this group. You never know with this group.
I know.
I mean, they're great to work with, but they're also not great to work with. So sometimes. So just watch yourself. Just watch yourself. You're in an interesting world right now. You can check that out. The clips and such. Check out Renegade Wrestling Alliance's, of course, Facebook page. A lot of clips are up over there, and of course, a lot of stuff going up over on the IndieWrestling.us YouTube for further things going on. And really, like, RW is one that's been it's been a shakeup in talent, been a lot of interesting faces coming in and out. So it's been really cool to see what's going on there. And of course, there's a lot more media, a lot kind of different focus, and it's been really cool to see the evolution. All these companies are really cool to see an evolution of what's going on there. So keep an eye out for all of them. So in the meantime, also shouts to our friends Slice on Broadway. 5 locations here in the Pittsburgh area. New York City style yins are made. Have you any good pizza while you're hanging with the Gambinos? Is there? Do they got a select pizza place you probably can't tell us about? With a room in the back. What's that?
Secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. It's a secret. They do serve pizza backstage at 2PW. I think that's part of that. I think it's part of that hookup. It's part of that hookup. So that's probably it. Yeah. So check out our friends SliceOnBroadway.com. Probably not gang affiliated. Thank you to our friends over there. We'll be right back in a few after this.
The argument can be made that Ron Mathis cost Pretty Boy Smooth the grand championship. Pretty Boy Smooth was one of the longest reigning champions in the history of this promotion. Wow! Oh! And Bruce, look out! Oh, there's the shot! On! Gave him enough time. Unreal. Oh, no. Wow. Wait, who's this? That's Tyler Fox. This is just a mugging, Ty. That's all this is. This is ridiculous. Nobody is safe in Rise Wrestling when Ron Mathis is in the building. This is an all-star AEW team.
Oh my gosh.
But can they coexist? That's going to be the question.
Palace is the definition right now of picking the team that looks great on paper, but might not work in practice. This is why they have the two-time Samoan drop. Clothesline by Cheech. Has him hook, Karana, and a beauty. Would that be attack? Has him up and, oh, what a collapse off the ropes. Off Philly, has him, oh, stage dive. Cheer him on. Zach Nystrom. Wait a minute, down to Spasmania Devil. To infinity and beyond. Slide did. And wait a minute. Oh, there's only one way down. Power slam. There's double team. Guys, wait a minute.
Look out, Hernia driver.
Oh, my goodness. Could this be it? Pile driver and a beauty.
Look out.
Dude, right off the head. Oh, right off the head. Stillinger. Oh, form to the back of the head. Palace has him up. Oh, pile drives him. And Ray, the referee didn't see it. Low blow. The sole survivor tonight, that man right there. Danny Jack's, of course, a phenomenal talent in her own, but the Honey Badger has been a Pittsburgh, Ohio Valley mainstay for over a decade. Getting bit. I don't like bites in pro wrestling. Come on, Honey Badger.
In trouble is Honey Badger. She's getting choked on that second rope.
A huge energy.
Jax lines her up. Oh, back elbow. Has him up. Swing around suplex.
They have counters at this point. Big running knee.
I mean, she's feral. You know this. Oh, boy. Has her up. Fisherman suplex. Supposed to be a punch up. Belly to belly.
It's just so tenacious. Big stunner.
What the hell's he doing here?
Wait, that's Katie Bright.
What the? Katie Bright's in the ring. It's like they're invading, and now they're trying to invade all territories. Tag team, singles, and now women's. Here comes Gory. Here comes Remy LeVay to Honey Badger's aid, but it's too late and $1 short. What the hell is this all about?
We are back, Wrestling Mayhem show, Sorgatron. I don't know why I do that. I guess there's some people watching live, but like it always felt weird. We are back after the thing on a podcast that you probably downloaded. You should know what's going on by now, right? Anyways, oh no, I'm sorry. I moved my.
Unless
I moved my
Sorg, are they
Prime.
listening to?
Hold on a second. There we go. Mad Mike is with us.
Are they listening to part 2 of their CD?
Part 2, the second CD. Put in the second CD. Flip the tape now. Also with us is Emily. Emily D is with us as well.
Sorg, you don't know how to pronounce the last name.
No, I don't know how to. I'm not even.
Emily DelVecchio.
DelVecchio.
There you go.
The newest
There you go.
Gambino sister.
Also sounds like you sound like a character from daytime soap operas.
You're welcome.
Like you're the distant cousin of Victor Kiriakis.
You can say Victor Kiriakis, but you can't say Emily DelVecchio.
Because I heard it all summer, every summer growing up when I was home. And there's like, listen, Mike, I live in the middle of nowhere. I had a creek in the back and 3 channels.
Okay.
Okay? And you can only play so much Super Mario Brothers. Okay? Okay?
I mean, all right. I'm not gonna judge your journey, Sorg.
When they had that one girl get possessed by the devil, that was a crazy summer. Yep.
I think you're thinking of like Passions.
Passions? That's first of all, that's a different decade, dude. Okay?
I know. I'm pretty sure the same thing happened.
It probably did, to be honest. But I think it also happened on Days of Our Lives. Anyways, speaking of soap operas, let's keep talking about some professional wrestling. Emily, I understand you have an Impact Wrestling habit.
I do.
So
just
what?
a little one.
I've been trying to get back into it, but everything. So what am I missing? I saw what's his name? Steve Cutler was a champion for a minute, bled a lot, and now it's somebody else.
Yes.
Speaking of
so,
technic shots.
Yeah. And then like the big news this week too, I just heard announced like yesterday or the day before too. I wanted you to know this before I forget. Leo Rush is returning to Impact.
Ooh.
On June 23rd, I believe it is. So next Thursday.
Okay. All right.
So I heard that just like yesterday or the day before.
And Leo Rush has been doing a lot of stuff with New Japan Strong. New Japan, I think he might have been involved in the Super Journey tournament that just wrapped in the past month. So
yes.
like he's been busy. So that's good that he's in there. They'll do some fun stuff with him probably with the X Division, right? So That's cool.
Yeah. So what you were saying before, the new world champions, Alex Shelley.
Nice.
And the new X Division champion was crowned last week too. Chris Sabin.
Oh
Wow.
Oh.
Motor City.
They're running the company now. I like it.
Yes, they're both new champs. Yep.
Hell
I
yeah.
dig it. I dig it. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Impact is coming to Westchester County
Mm-hmm.
for their 1000th episode of Impact.
Holy shit.
Oh no shit.
That might have just cinched it for me to get tickets.
That might have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have just.
I was
cinched
kind
it
of
for,
shocked. Like I was really happy when Chris Sabin won, but then when I saw that Alex Shelley won the world, I'm like, whoa, wait, what? I'm like mind blown over here. Like
Oh
fangirl.
man, damn it! Now I want them to win the tag titles together, and it just be like the Motor City Wrecking Crew,
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
the Motor City Power Trip. There we go.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And
Motor City Power Trip, baby.
I can't remember if they've
Let's
had
do
the
it.
Impact the tag titles in the last couple of years. I think they've had the Impact tag titles. They also had
They
the,
have held them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they've recently had the New Japan Strong ones. I think they dropped the titles back in Times Square when we did that show with them up there. So they've been around doing stuff still, so that's pretty good. And and those guys can still go. It's great to see. So I mean, that was early on. I remember one of the first shows I filmed was them against a young Jason Gorey and now Joaquin Wild. So crazy how that
Yeah.
stuff comes around, right? So cool. So what's going on with? So I think Jordan Grace just exited. I understand. And
Yes.
and there's
Tina said a match to check out is Masha Slamovich versus Killer Kelly in a dog collar match, which that sounds vicious and lovely.
yes. I think Mike, we've talked about Killer Kelly here on the show, but are you familiar with Masha?
Yeah.
Okay. Other than Dark, because she's
No, I've seen Twitter.
You've seen Twitter. Okay, yes.
I've seen the Twitters.
She's done some great stuff at AEW.
She's done some stuff.
She's done some amazing stuff, and a sweet person, by the way. But no, is that from the last Impact special that they did last Friday?
I'm assuming so. Tina
Yeah.
didn't mention when it was from.
Okay, because I'm gonna have to pull that one up for sure. Cool. So they're setting up for Slammiversary. I know. I think that's the next big show. I don't think they have a special before then. So, and that's one
Yeah,
thing.
I think that's-
And that's one thing I'd like. If you don't have access, but you're interested to see what's going on, it's $5 a month, and you get the back catalog on the YouTube. Or the Impact Plus, I think, is maybe $7 a month, and you get all the episodes without commercials. I think they start them about 8:30 to get them. Since there's no commercials, they start them at 8:30, and the show starts at 8. And then you get probably every other month you get I would say probably 8 months out of the year you get another Impact special that doesn't air other than pay-per-view anywhere else. So it's kind of a nice deal if you're into what Impact Wrestling is doing. Always good women's wrestling, and from what I've seen, it looks like it's been still pretty killer over there. So it's good to see they're going. It popped up on my Google TV, and I saw and I don't think it was even a recent episode because it's one of those free channel Pluto TV type things, and it said season 22, and I'm like, I can't believe Mike, Impact Wrestling has been around. I know they just did the Impact 20 celebration thing, but it's still sunk in. They've been around for
they're about to have their 1000th episode.
Yes, they've been around for
Of Impact.
over 2 decades, right? Did Ring of Honor last that long in under without being purchased?
No.
Well,
I mean, Impact has been purchased.
It's been purchased, but
several times though.
I still like Ring of Honor to Ring of Honor AEW era. To me, that's not the same. I like it, but it's not the same Ring of Honor to me, right?
I wonder if there's any match on the 1000th episode of Impact that they could have that was a match from the first episode of Impact.
Well, they could borrow CM Punk.
What's he doing? I don't even think he was on the first episode of Impact.
No, he probably wasn't. I'm curious about this. Because I think there's a lot of matches on there that we'd want to forget.
I'm sure there definitely is. I'm gonna look it up now. Let's see.
Well, we can bring back Hulk Hogan, and nope.
No, probably shouldn't do that.
No. First show results. That's what we'll do, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
the
find.
ding dongs on this one.
Ding dong, hello.
No, not that one. Not that. That's the one. That's the ding dong we want. It's not the ding dong we're looking for.
Oh, this is stupid. I'm just gonna go to cage match. I don't know
No, cage match.
I totally forgot. I'm like, wait, there's a whole
cage match is a thing. Did you
There's
see
a
the
whole
stories?
site
One thing. Speaking of things being purchased, the rumors going around, and really, honestly, when we talk about these rates that are coming up in the next year, some wild stuff could happen to WWE because there's a lot of people throwing some money around, right? As far as television rights, like Fox and USA having them now could turn into, for all we know, ESPN and Amazon carrying them. You know, because I think all of them have been rumored to be in there. And this is what we were talking about on the Awesome Cast earlier about how, hey, with the writer's strike and now the SAG strike coming up, Screen Actors Guild, you know, reality television and sports are going to be the biggest high dollar things because they're the things that are immune,
and game shows
because they're immune to something like this, right? And the other thing that's not immune that's really hot right now is professional wrestling. So when why is there a new series called Collision? I bet these strikes had something to do with it, right? So although I'm seeing a terrible headline that Vince Russo thinks that Tony Khan paid to put AEW Collision on television and may buy the network.
Vince Russo thinks a lot of
that does not make. I don't know how that works. But anyways, that's a thing going around. But
so
still,
do you know what the first match was in the history of Impact?
Chris
At least
Harris,
this is according to
I
Cage
think Chris
match.
Harris was involved, right?
Nope.
Hit me.
The Flying Elvises, Jimmy Yang, Jorge Estrada, and Sonny Siaki against AJ Styles, Jerry Lynn, and Low Key.
Oh my.
Wow, we'll have to dig up a couple of those guys, and hopefully not literally.
And there was also a midget match.
Of course there was. Guys, I'm going to see some midget wrestling next Wednesday. By the way.
Ooh.
Sorg,
It's like-
I'm
it's
scared.
It's like 5 minutes from my house.
Sorg, I'm
Oh
scared
my
for you.
gosh.
Are you gonna make some short-term enemies again?
If last time I went to this venue, I don't know if it was the same company, but this is the one where I end up at the bar with the referee because they sold all the referee spots to fans. So and he was just like pissed off all night long and trying to get me to buy him beer, and I was like, bro, I don't have money for beer. So I think I was having one of my sober moments. Anyway, so if anybody wants to experience midget wrestling with me in a bar over in Castle Shannon, let me know. And it's listed over at PittsburghWrestling.com, by the way. So I'm excited for this. Okay, I'm not expecting a lot, but I'm excited that it's happening, that it's a thing that's happening, and I don't have to drive like half a state away for it. Anyways, midget wrestling follows me everywhere. That's just a thing. So, anything else in Impact Wrestling? Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo is a match that's happening for the Knockouts title at Slammiversary, according to Tina.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
That might be a pay-per-view worthwhile. If it's I may grab it if there's nothing else going on that day.
I'm serious. I'm seriously thinking because they're going to Westchester County and there's combo tickets for their pay-per-view and the 1000th Impact. I'm thinking about doing it.
Take your father-in-law.
I can't guarantee him seats that'll be comfortable.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to the SmackDown. I also can't guarantee that there are seats that are going to be comfortable.
Okay. all right.
No, because the last time I tried to take my wife to an Impact show, she had to get surgery on her knee. So
Wait,
So
from the show or just in general?
No,
What,
no,
I mean,
just in general.
Impact's so
Just in
hardcore.
general, but like no, but like they run smaller venues and the seats aren't.
oh yeah,
exactly.
they're listen.
conducive.
Some of the big venues have shit seats. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but at Madison Square Garden when I'm going to the SmackDown, I got ADA seats. So I'm thinking ahead.
There
on
you
this
go.
one.
There you go. Or if you
Yeah.
want, if you the hot tip for PPG, loge seating. You get like a rolly chair, and they bring you the food. So they apparently.
Oh, I saw this clip from the dog collar match
Uh-huh.
that Tina mentioned. Because I'm running through to see the information about the Impact tapings.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw clips of the dog collar match. It was from Against All Odds.
Mike,
Yes.
did you hear the news this week that affects your wrestling fandom?
Enlighten me.
That the fact that it's going to be at least another 9 months before you ever see Iconics return.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Very happy for Billy and Schmoops.
Schmoops?
Schmoops.
Who's Schmoops?
Schmoops. You don't know the Iconics lore sword?
Wait, I don't remember Schmoops. Enlighten me on Schmoops.
Schmoops is Billy's husband, who was the producer on their podcast called Off Her Chops.
Okay.
But they would only call him Schmoops.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, no, extremely excited for them. That's wonderful.
Excellent.
That's absolutely fantastic, and it just means in 20 years we are going to get Baby Iconics.
Holy shit! Yes.
It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best fucking thing in the world. We're gonna have Baby Iconics. We're gonna have the She-Eiled. It's
Mhm.
going to be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So we're already setting up the next generation. It's fantastic.
I'm telling you, Baby Iconics versus She-Eiled. I'm
Mhm.
here for it.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Jeez.
Ah.
Damn it. All right. On that note,
And the Baby Iconics are going to need a third. Do you know who that third is going to be, Sorg? Adrenaline in my soul. Liberty Roads is iconic. That's it. Liberty Roads. That's Cody's daughter. Yeah, Sorg.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Come on.
All right.
great.
Okay. All right.
There's history with the Rhodes family and the Shield, Sorg.
Right before we're gonna go to
there is.
we're gonna go what we learned, but we have one more important piece of
Yes,
business.
we have an important notice.
Jesse from Florida reminds us can't stick around long in the live chat, but just wanted to throw free Ziggy Heim.
Yes.
Yes. No, Ziggy apparently was ejected from Twitter. Was ejected from the Elon machine today or yesterday. No given reason. I'm sure it was
No. There is a given reason.
there was.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. You talk about it for a bit. Then I'll bring up.
Yes.
The tweet.
She has she's on Instagram. And I know for some Twitter, and I kind of have this too. Like I can't figure out like what did I do all week when I'm like on the road and want to share what's going on? Like I go to Twitter because it's the only thing that's like the chat thing, right? I don't want to go to Facebook. Stories is the other thing. Like I want that like right now kind of thing. And that's especially for wrestling Twitter. Like that's the thing where I think a lot of people have the conversations. That's where the community is. That's where several intersecting communities are, honestly. So like that's kind of irreplaceable, and that's why some of us are very concerned about.
It's where people like get their livelihoods.
It is the times. It is the town square. It already is that. And people don't need.
Yeah,
to
but I'm
make it
not
that.
even talking about personal. I'm talking about professional. Like
Absolutely.
Like this is how some people live off their businesses.
Yep. So
the tweet that Ziggy got suspended for was, this Pride Month, I will be focusing all of my queer energy into beating up transphobic and homophobic people and taking pride in it. Thank you for your support.
And that can be flagged as inciting on violence.
Okay,
because I'm sure
it can be.
I'm sure she got reported, and and here's the secret too that we talk about on the TEP podcast. There's nobody there. There's nobody there to respond to it at Twitter. Literally, if you send an email to the PR team at Twitter, you get a response that is a poop emoji. This is a fact
Really?
that news people have said is happening right now. So there is no PR, public relations. And they fired most of the trust and safety team. So you remember, so any of the time in the past where we were like, you say something like, "Oh man, that that sucks," and you get kicked for bad language, you can appeal. Somebody looks at him and is like, "Yeah, that's fucked up. You're back," and whatever. But now that we know of, there is not that. And wrestling, there is a hint of violence in that tweet. You can't refute that, right?
Yes,
but it's not, and it's. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this is how it happened. And somebody who doesn't like her point of view can flag that, and if enough people do, that is enough for them to just pull it wholeheartedly. Just like if I play an AC/DC song on this show, we're not going to be on YouTube very long, right?
Well, for the person who flags Ziggy Heim, I hope she finds you and beats the shit out of it.
There you go. We won't put this.
I hope she treats you like she did Bill goddamn Alfonso.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, so we know we're okay.
Yeah,
with those comments. There's worse shit on YouTube. Trust me.
There's worse shit on Twitter,
and they're in some of my comments.
That tweet didn't even have a curse word in it.
No. But it is a inflection or intent to violence of a type of
Twitter
people?
is an intent to violence.
It kind of is. I can't even use that as a title because we'll probably get pulled off of Twitter. Anyways, so I'm sorry, you had another point. I was trying to lay some groundwork for you.
Oh no, I was just you can type in some nasty search words into Twitter.
Oh yeah,
and find tweets that are way worse. Like all you have to do is type in the word Nazi into Twitter. Guess what? A bunch of stuff shows up.
Yeah,
and a bunch of stuff that isn't anti-Nazi.
Sure.
Like, just look at the replies on any Fox News tweet.
Ooh.
That's all you have to do. And you know what? If you want to do that, just start reporting those people.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I just blog. I love Pride Month because it gives me a bunch of people that are easy blocks that pop up in my feed in responses.
No, that's the best.
So.
Yeah.
Anyways, other than that, so
yes,
Tina
hashtag
says,
free Ziggy Heim. If you can find some tweets supporting hashtag free Ziggy Heim and retweet them, maybe it'll get Twitter's notice. Who knows?
She can file a complaint with the PAAGO office, Consumer Protection Against Twitter. So there's a tip there. So we should pass that along to her too. So that's from Tina in Seattle, and she knows this.
Oh, and Tina said, who else can join the Baby Iconics? Minnie Bliss, which she's correct.
Oh.
Minnie Bliss can also join the Baby Iconics.
Oh my gosh.
True.
Oh my gosh. This is great.
In 20 years, the children of wrestling are going to be amazing.
Because I don't remember how much. Has there been another era where so much wrestler coupling has happened?
I mean, it's not even wrestler coupling, except for Cassie and Shawn Spears, really. I mean Seth and Becky, I guess. But
and Edge and Beth.
Well, all right, yeah, I guess that's true.
That's gonna be a beautiful wrestling baby. So
they're all beautiful.
They're all beautiful wrestle babies, but
they're all beautiful wrestle babies.
Yeah, they all will be. Yeah. Anyways, what'd you guys learn from wrestling this week?
Oh boy, what did I learn?
I know you learned stuff you can't tell us about.
Oh, I learned I learned a lot of things.
You learned something I was right about.
I learned something I was right about.
Yeah. So
I learned a bunch of stuff. Also, I learned if you're going to a large gathering, wear a mask. That's what I learned in wrestling this week. It technically counts.
I don't know how high I got. Everyone's knock on wood.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it just, we just all...
Shit happens when you party naked. That's all I can say.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
That's why I'm doing business stuff right now. So, jeez, there's no.
Hey, at least I got to work from home this week.
I mean, I didn't go to the after party, so I learned that I'm literally talking about, and this is literally the company we talked about on AwesomeCast today, where they showed me lasers. And I'm talking with the guy, and I'm pretty liberal with I do stuff with pro wrestling production and things like that, and MMA and da. And this guy's like has several friends that are pro wrestlers, right? And I was like, oh, what's their names? It's like, well, I've been very busy and I haven't been able to follow what they've been doing. I just know they got into it. So the everybody's in wrestling, everybody's connected to wrestling thing or knows is growing. And this was like, science businessman, let's say this. So that was not what I expected at the event this past week. So for Auto Drive. But anyways, Emily, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
So I learned an awful lot from Saturday.
You did. You can have a top 3 if you want.
I'm still trying to process it all, Sorg. It's gonna take me a while. But so I did learn one thing though that I will just share personal experience. So I kind of fought with Paul Atlas and the Gambinos on Saturday. Not in a bad way, but I was kind of like, so we were talking about going over the entrance and like how they wanted to present me for the first time. And I flat out said before any of them said anything, I said, well, I don't want to go out like by myself. And they all just kind of looked at me and I'm like, what? And I said, I don't want to go out first and I don't want to go out ahead of you two, pointing to Marshall and Mick, because I'm like, I don't want to take away from them because they're the champions and all of that. And Paul actually, and Marshall and Mick then chimed in and they're like, well, this has to happen this way this time. And Paul kind of walked me through like why it had to happen this way.
Because they had to do with the story, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They were trying to tell the story, and that was the main thing. They all three said that. And I was like, oh, okay. Because, like, in my mind, because, I do a lot of backstage stuff, and in addition to the videography and everything, and I don't want to take away from the champions and their big moment coming out from the curtain. So that was something I learned new. It was just like more story related, and I'm trying to learn more on the creative side now. So that's what I learned new this week so far that I've been able to process.
Emily has crossed the Rubicon, Mike, and
yeah.
So we'll stay back here backstage, and we'll watch from the sidelines here and see what happens. So, but you do have to work on your instincts for that, don't you? So.
Yeah, like I was so fighting with them too. I'm like, no, I don't want to be in the spotlight because you know me, Sorg. Like I'm behind a camera. Like I never thought I would be in front of the camera for anything. No. And I mean, I had some stuff that I've been doing at Eclipse and everything like that, but it was just minor stuff. It's not like anything big story related like this was going to be. So I'm like, I am used to being behind the camera, not in front of the camera. And when I walked out you'll see in the footage, but when I walked out, like right when we were behind the curtain, Paul looked at me and he goes, I'm going to give you 3 seconds. I want you to come out at the end of 3. And I walk out and he's pointing right at me and the crowd just erupted. And I'm like, this is not what I wanted, but I totally get it. Like,
I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see this. All right.
Wait till you see the look on my face. Like I tried to keep it together and Paul's like, you kept it together fine. And I'm like, okay. Cause I really was not expecting that when I walked out and saw him pointing at me. So yeah, wait till you see that.
Awesome. Thank you, Emily, for being with us here. You can follow you. You're on the Facebook. Emily D. Emily.
DelVecchio.
Thank you.
DelVecchio.
Mike is the only one that can do this justice, so I'm going to toss it over there. So thank you, Mad Mike 4883 on the Twitters. And you can see the clips and you can see the full shows RWA No Retreat from last month is over on the IndieWrestling.us on VOD streaming all the places, as well as the new show will be coming out. We're just going to say within the next 2 weeks. So June's a tough month. Before we go, I did want to have an aside here. Because there was a kind of a personal incident that happened in the last couple of days amongst our community. So a friend of ours had a little bit of an issue, and with presumably depression, things like that. And I find it unfortunate that unfortunately it's not the first time that a lot of us have had to deal with a friend with these kinds of issues. Around professional wrestling, around our daily lives. It doesn't matter where you're at. I'm hoping that this show brings a lot of people joy, brings a lot of people out of mental down in the dumps, I guess I could say. I know it has been a thing Mike and I have talked about when we are at the lowest points. Showing up here on Tuesday is the thing that helps us out. But I don't.
The worse my dick jokes get, the worse I'm usually feeling. I need to just make myself laugh.
Yes, exactly. And this is we often say that Tuesday nights is therapy. And to that end, like I said, a friend of ours had a really bad turn over the last couple of days. And one, I want to I don't want to say thoughts and prayers. When I want to send good vibes. However you guys want to do that to this person. I don't want to say who it is. I don't want to blow it up. I just know that something happened, and just reminds me that I want to say to everybody that you are not alone. All of us, especially today, is a DM away, and maybe even just a few blocks and a few doors down, and can knock on your door, even if we never have before. We're interconnected in more ways then you can. Literally today, I'm looking at a chat room talking with people from Kansas City, Florida, and Washington State. Like, that's always been fucking ridiculous to me. And we're all, to me, Mad Mike has been a close friend, helping each other through things. And I've only seen him physically a handful of times in my life over the last decade and a half. Okay.
Sorg and I have become such close that I invited him to my wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would have been at Sorg's wedding, except I didn't know him then.
Exactly. If you had a time up, that would happen. So just please, if we all get down, and it happens to all of us. And DMs are open.
DMs are open. Please. Please. If you're a friend of the Mayhem Show, even if you've never reached out to any of us before, DM the show, DM one of us.
Absolutely.
We've all gone through shit because the world is shit right now. And even if you just need a supportive gift, a stupid dick joke, I can provide those by the dozens.
I've been really bad with dogs at Twitter lately, so that's been my crutch. Sending to people. So
okay, another Twitter handle. Cats were in places where there should not be cats. I forget what it's actually called.
I'm a fan of bodega cats on Twitter. So
bodega cats, bodega cats is good.
I think dogs out of context is the one I've been getting into the last couple of days.
At cats shouldn't. Places where cats shouldn't be.
This isn't the direction I thought this was going to go, but here we are.
One of my favorite Twitter accounts. Always a good palate cleanser. Always a good palate cleanser.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. And please support each other. Stay safe out there. Take care of each other. A little bit of kindness goes a long way every day. Look for the kindness. Look for the helpers. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. We will be back next week. Mayhem out.
Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.